TheMightyDialga.
Yep, getting started here. So this is one of those classic matchups where it feels like Dexter can grab a hold of neutral and just throttle Dialga, but every now and then Dialga gets those one or two openings to just knock Dex off stage and find an early stop. Let's see which of those two we're going to catch here.
Yeah, it's one of those matchups that feels very tough for Bayo just because of the hitbox factor that Wolf brings. You're able to use moves like that back air that are just so big, and they just beat out a lot of Bayo's options. Like, she's trying to get you with that side B, but if Dexter just plays patient, we saw him shield it and hit a back air a little bit earlier. Like, that kind of patient play is just what you need to stop what Bayo's trying to do. Yeah,
it just feels like the air-to-airs are key in this matchup, and being able to just go ahead and toss out that back air and beat out like a side B, or get the fair bear that nearly kills at center stage. Good God, gives Wolf one heck of an edge in this matchup.
Yeah, what a move that back air is. I feel like in this matchup especially, you're able to catch Bayonetta's movement in the air a lot. Like, he's trying to do it right there. Dialga's able to find his way around it.
So now this is where Dialga needs to make them money. They got to go ahead and get a couple connections here and keep Dex at disadvantage. This is the problem. When he gets to center stage, it is terrifying, because how does Bayo actually approach this matchup?
Yeah, like, what do you do when
not that
right there?
You don't heel slide directly into his shield, because that up smash, easy kill, Red.
It's a habit I've noticed from Dialga, is that every now and then he'll just throw out that muscle memory heel slide, and he tends to get punished for it.
Good DI out there by Dialga, though. Recognizing that the up there not true off stage at that percent.
Yeah, there wasn't really any true fallout that Dexter had there, so he just kind of had to go for whatever he could try and get. Just barely able to make it back with that side B. Dexter fighting his way back, finding a grab.
And this is just those percentages where the kill confirms don't really work for Bayo. You don't have like up tilt into back air or anything like that. You just have to get rack this man to like 170 and you get like a forward throw. But I mean, the additional rage from Dexter may help, but you got to survive this stuff.
Yeah, Dexter going for a forward smash there. Maybe trying to catch that down air, but just not far back enough. This jab might take it.
Yeah, with a little extra rage from Dialga's side, 90% able to go ahead and clean it up. But the problem is that now Dex is at that spot where he only really needs one neutral interaction or an easy forward smash to clean that stop.
Yeah, and I mean, he was thinking about the air dodge in or perhaps a roll in is what he was trying to scout out there. Dialga just didn't go far enough for it, but that dash attack is going to clean it up right there. And now up an entire stock. Yeah, and I mean, Dialga came right down the platform and already found himself not able to control the middle. Like, Dexter just asserts himself in the center so well, and Dialga just has not been able to like break through the wall of aerials and hitboxes that he's putting out. And still going to be able to make it back.
Barely missing on that down smash.
Yeah.
I think it was like a really good BP from Dialga. You hold down a little bit and just change the angle at which that special move hits above stage. The reverse there? That's an interesting one. Didn't actually turn it around and said so you could knock Dialga away. Smart move by Dex.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, right now you're up by so much that you don't really need to overcommit. You can just go for like safe follow-ups. That back throw to get him off stage.
Yeah, and that's so effective when you're just going for like straight hits against a character that also needs to go for straight hits and doesn't have as good hitboxes as you.
Yeah, it doesn't have as good hitboxes, doesn't have as good kill power. And yeah, Dexter doesn't need much to clean up this game. Let's see if Dialga can make something happen here. He's got a little combo going, but Dexter falls out of it.
Very nearly getting that back here.
Yeah, but even then, even if he had gotten the back air, it would have been good damage, but then you still have to find another opening to get the kill.
Up air also not going to connect here, so Dialga trying to shark underneath Dexter, but unfortunately that is the problem in the nutshell. If you toss out one too many moves and you miss, Wolf will kill you.
And I feel like Bayonetta is a character who is always tossing out moves.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so much of your neutral is just throwing out hitboxes, kind of hoping for someone to run into them, but also to like condition them to move into where your hitboxes are going to be. Dexter has shown the capacity to just sit there and shield, just move out of the way very slightly and to whiff punish, and it's working really well against Dialga right now.
Very true. It just feels as though it's a match of minimalism. If Dialga is able to go ahead and get a lead and then toss out guns and just threaten Dexter from a distance and demand that he runs in, Dialga has a good shot at taking this, but the early percentage combos have been the difference. Dexter's managed to go ahead and get a nice lead off, and that doesn't open him up to the vulnerability of getting carried off the top and racked to 80% like with those strings that we all know Bayo can do.
Yeah, it feels like the opening of these games are very important because whoever ends up with the lead is the player who can play that patient style.
Agreed. It's always the first stock always seems to matter the most.
Yeah. And I feel that especially in like the Bayonetta matchup because she's at her best when she's capitalizing on your mistakes, when she's using that side B angled up to catch your jumps. But I mean, Dexter's just not giving any of that to Dialga.
If you get the lead, don't need to hit no buttons. All right, getting the forward air, though. That's the other big tool in this match, is that disjointed hitbox on that fair is so good for hitting Dialga from up top. Bayo has a little bit of a blind spot where it's only really covered by up B, and that is a big commitment in this matchup.
Yeah, and Dialga's found a few straight hit openings that haven't really led into longer combos, but he's been able to rack up the damage, keep the percentages roughly even. But of course, because of how quickly that back air kills,
as soon as you say it,
the percentages are never really even in this matchup. Like, if they're the same number, Wolf is winning. Oh, but there's that F smash. One of the few ways that, other than edge guarding, but like one of the few ways that a definitive hit can actually take a stock that early for Bayonetta. So finding those reads at the ledge is going to be crucial if Dialga wants to win this.
But grabbing out of the combo, Dialga definitely getting a little bit greedy right there, was trying to extend as much as possible.
Oh, and Dexter was looking for a falling up air extension. That would have been spicy. Just barely missed it. Here we go. Here's a conversion. That's a good deal of damage. Oh, but Dexter just fights his way down with an air.
This nair just has been like public enemy #1, it feels like. I mean, we're not seeing a ton of the blaster because of this happening. Like, Dialga's got the airspeed to just jump over and then immediately start up a combo of his own. So it just has been like the forward air and the nair is taking so much space in the ladder, particularly since you can just fade back with it and then catch any kind of jump in that Dialga wants to do.
Yeah, because it feels like if Dexter uses laser, that just kind of gives Dialga a chance to get closer.
Yeah, just jump over it.
Which Bayo is trying to do anyway with that side B.
Good
He's using the
right
reflector
there
to avoid the guns. Yeah.
Ah, Dialga, you know you're trying to go for like either the immediate up air or just like the jump back into the back air.
Yeah. Oh, gets the weird hit of the up tilt, which actually helped it combo even better into the back air.
A rare moment of Bayonetta actually killing at a reasonable percent. Who would have thought?
Yeah, that up tilt back air, like when you actually get the full up tilt, is so hard. Like, I see the best Bayos in the world mess that up. Like, it's wild to me. But right now, yeah, this is, you know, Dialga has a stock lead for the first time. Never mind.
I love it when Dexter does that. He literally just back here like 5 times in a row, and there's like, psych, I'm coming in, and then immediately dash Dex across the stage.
It's the most basic form of conditioning.
Yep.
Like, this is what you think I'm doing? Nope.
Oh, I'm going to jump in, I assure you. I assure you I'm jumping in.
Yeah, and Wolf having the burst to do that. Yeah, here we go. A little conversion from Dialga. Dexter able to air dodge his way out of it.
And then just kicks him in the teeth for daring to go ahead and pull out the guns.
And now Dialga's stuck at ledge, and he ended up in this position at the end of his own combo. Able to fight his way back, but, I mean, Dexter just attacking at a disadvantage again.
Up tilt, though, this is usually big damage from Dialga. Does manage to get the second up B. Solid damage, but what can we make out of this? Oh, tries to get the platform drop into the back here, but Dexter not going to bite on the DI in.
I like the idea. He's staying very grounded. Dexter's staying very grounded and shielding a lot right now.
That's the matchup in a nutshell.
Yeah.
This character doesn't do anything if he grabs you, so you just take the throw.
Yeah. Like, only at very high percents are you going to start dying to those throws. Like, not yet. Ooh, trying to catch the landing, but Dexter overshot it a little bit and got Dialga with that nair.
Oh, the down air actually does connect, sends Dex off at an awkward angle.
I like the idea. Oh, the side B. Just barely missing that 2-frame.
I'm surprised that we've actually not seen that, because usually this character in Bayo is relatively easy to 2-frame, but Dexter's been whiffing on those forward tilts.
But it feels like the way Dialga's recovering is he's trying to grab the ledge as little as possible. Like right there going high.
That does it, the DI mix-up. Dialga shaking his head, knows that he could have survived that one and continued to fight, but you hate to see it end that way, but a solid 2-0 for Dexter.
Yeah, it's always so hard to DI that dash attack, because you don't always know if you're going to get hit by the far hit, which is going to send you sideways, or the close hit, which is going to send you straight upwards. So I feel like I see people get mixed up by that a lot. I'm
going to go ahead and just take a peek to see if there's somebody else waiting for commentary, because we have like 9 commentators, and I want to make sure to feature everybody.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. If not, I'll make sure that you're not sitting alone.
Sounds good. Yeah, lots of commentators coming out today, so we're going to be rotating in and out a lot. Yeah, how you doing, chat? I'm not actually looking at chat, so I don't know if you're going to answer me.